Oh, welcome.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to the Mega64 podcast.
Yeah, this is it. This is the show.
It's a big one for us.
It's your favorite part of the week. Here we are.
Yeah, Sunday night. Another Sunday night. A hot Sunday night,
That's
if
right.
you will, with the Mega64 boys. And we want to let everybody know that this episode is sponsored. That's right. We're big timers. We have sponsors on this show. Today's episode is sponsored by Crappy Castles. Crappy Castles is a podcast produced by our friend Travis, who helps us out here around Mega64. Travis and his friend improvise adventures in the D&D world. Go look up Crappy Castles wherever you find your podcasts. Available now: Spotify, Apple Casts, Amazon, and all that good stuff.
Everywhere, baby.
Hey, we're here. I'm, Derek here with Garrett and Shawn. You may have noticed Rocco's gone today.
Yeah, there's a presence missing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Omicron.
There's an energy.
Don't say that.
There's
God,
an energy we don't
say
have
that.
yet.
Another one bites
Oh my
the
God,
dust.
that's not true.
Not
Yikes.
only Omicron.
Is that breaking news?
No, it's not
R.I.P.
news.
Rocco.
Don't say this. I get so stressed.
And it seems to me
How would
lived your
people-
life like a candle in the wind.
How
There,
do people get his name wrong? Like Disc Clork. I mean, what were they?
That's the thing.
Rockbot?
Rockbot.
Robot
Damn,
Booty.
just
Rocco
found out
Booty.
about just found out
Robot
of-
Booty.
Damn, just
R.I.P.
found out
Robot
about
Booty.
Robot Booty.
Robot Booty. R.I.P. Keep it real.
Damn,
Yeah.
gone
Yeah.
too soon.
I honestly think though,
R.I.P. Rock the Boat.
in 65 years when Rocco does pass away,
Wow.
I think that he would appreciate.
Wait, how old is he going to live to?
65 years.
I just
Give me a
threw out a number. I don't know.
65?
I can't tell the future if that's what you're asking.
Did you put him like deep into his 90s just now?
Yeah,
bro?
that's nice of me,
That
right?
was nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm nice.
How, side note,
Yeah.
what age do you put yourself at?
Oh, well, we've
passing
gone-
away at?
We've gone
Uh,
into this,
yeah.
with the advancements and technology. and
I just want a
medicine.
number. I just want to know Sean's number.
How old I'm going to be when I die?
How many more years do you have left
Well,
on
I
your
can't
life?
do the math, but I plan. I plan on living to a ripe old age of 87.
And how old are you now?
I am. Well, that's a good question. I'm pretty sure I'm 37. So
you
let me
have 50
let me figure this
years.
out. What's that?
You have 50 more years.
Is that math? It's on a whim. You got that.
Yeah,
you're
and
right.
Rocco's going to outlive you by 15 years.
You gave yourself less?
What's going to happen where Rocco outlives you?
I mean, I don't like
I don't
this.
know. Rocco is, he could do it.
You could do it.
I don't want to gamble on this. I mean, Johnny's the youngest of us, so he's pretty much got more left in his tank than any of us.
Yeah, but
so
he's
lucky.
living
But
a
I'm
hard
pushing past-
lifestyle.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, he
walking that
does?
razor's edge.
He is.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
I
is?
see him
He's probably
drink
as
at
close
least
to-
one cup of coffee
He's
a
like
day,
Icarus,
and that's not good for you.
His wings will melt sooner than later.
I'm going in the opposite direction, and I'm gonna push past 120. I think.
120.
You're going to push past 120?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if humans are capable of living past 120.
Not yet, but
I also
by the
see-
time I'm 120, dude, Elon's gonna have a fucking drilled hole in a chip implanted.
I'm
gonna
feel
get-
like I've seen
Nice
a
and
lot of
breezy.
quality of life things, and I think once you're in your late 80s, it's probably as good as it's gonna
Nah,
get.
dude, VR is gonna be so good when you're
Oh,
in your
you'll be in the
fucking like,
metaverse.
hospital bed in your 90s. Yeah,
Oh. Yeah, I don't think so.
It's gonna be awesome, bro.
Hmm. Yeah. Anyways, Rocco's gonna outlive me by 15 years because he's gonna be 97.
Probably because he has that stress-free lifestyle.
Yeah, dude.
And you're bogged down.
Yeah,
The kid situation. I'm gonna say it.
That's not stressful. That's not stressful.
Please. You can't even say it with a straight face.
I'm saying
He's over there
hey,
giggling. That's not
Dude,
stressful.
I went skateboarding today with one of my kids. It was just carefree, just living. It was easy. I'm telling you. I think the hardest part of having kids is over.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think baby stuff is pretty hard. Now it's just now I'm talking to like people and it's different. It's
Okay.
easier.
Okay.
Not like the crying and it's like, what do they want? I don't know what you want. Do
Nice.
you want food?
Yeah.
No. You have a bad diaper? No. What's going on? But now
Okay.
they say, hey, I'm hungry. Oh yeah, here's some food.
Communication
No problem.
skills added.
That's a huge thing.
Added a lot of
A lot.
So I was checking the demographics on our show.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually,
The back end of YouTube.
I was checking the demographics on the Mega Strange podcast.
Oh, okay.
Shouts out
Shouts out.
to our cryptid
I
hunting
love that.
podcast.
I love that podcast.
Go
Yeah, me
check it
too.
out. I'm assuming the demographics are the same though.
Sure.
And it said that most of our viewers are between the age of 25 and 34.
Really?
Yeah, surprising to me as well.
Hmm.
Now, food for thought, little history lesson. Way back in the day when we first started Mega 64, I was 18, you were 19.
Correct.
Rocco was 19.
Yes.
And we got some demographics back then that were much wider. I remember our demographics were the ages of 18 to 64.
Right. Yeah.
Which is wild.
That's
just
pretty
is
wild.
like everyone online.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone who can use a computer.
Yeah.
That was our heyday. I mean,
I
we
guess.
were getting mad views back then. Honestly, do you remember that back then?
But
When we were on like IGN?
Yeah.
We would upload videos and they would get like 250,000 views.
Yeah,
in a
because
couple of
they were
weeks.
on IGN. It was a different time though.
We were
There were
so
only
dumb.
so many sites to go to.
We were
yeah.
so naive.
We were.
We were like, ha! Our videos are doing great. We don't need IGN.
Well, I think that in
they
the
host
long run,
video?
I feel like we made the right move. But
Yeah, well,
if I could go
they're
back
no
and
longer
change
around
some
it.
things back in the day, I would for sure,
Yeah.
sure. But it's okay.
Is IGN no longer around? I think the
I
site's still
don't
around.
know if they are.
I think I go there and I see like a lot of comic book news.
I think they at least have a Twitter, right?
Well, the IGN that was around when
I'm gonna
we
go.
were on it is
Yeah.
no longer around.
no,
That's-
the ones that serve video and have game reviews. And stuff
I
like that.
haven't honestly visited that website in years, but I do know that the people running it at the time, there was a changing of the guard. They cycled out all the management. I think they may even sold it behind the
I
scenes.
think maybe.
to a
Right,
new parent
definitely.
company.
Maybe.
Interesting though, like as time goes on, that our demographics have shrank on both sides. The
Well,
older people are no longer watching. The
Mhm.
extremely young people are no longer watching.
I think also, I cracked there. I think also that they are more accurate with that stuff. Back in the day,
Probably.
it really was like, I don't know, people are watching. And the age range really was like, 18 to, as you said, 64. It's like, that is, what kind of range is that? That's just, you're alive.
We were hot, baby.
We were hot.
We were hot.
But,
The 64-year-olds out there loved us. The grandmas couldn't get enough of
Yeah.
Mega 64.
She loved the Frogger sketch.
She
You
was
know.
like, I'm 64.
I'm 64.
I love Mega
Yeah.
64.
Oh,
this is made
I'm
for me.
getting turned on. Timmy, play them videos again.
They
I like
see it as
this one.
young men.
I like the one where the boys dress up like Tetris.
But I think that's a good age range to be. That's like the coveted age range. I thought
What?
was 24 to 34 or 18 to 34 is like what advertisers are shooting for, because
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
like
well.
like the people who have like money, but not a lot of like,
Yeah.
bills
So,
and all
yeah.
that shit.
I was pleased with it. I wasn't disappointed. That's just half a generation behind me.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm in my late 30s. Sadly, hate to admit it, approaching 40.
My God, yeah.
It'll
It's
happen.
happening. It's happening.
It happens. How did it happen? I was
just-
just talking about this to somebody the other day. It's like I was in my mid-20s, cruising along, having a good time, living the dream life, thinking I'm going to keep this going for as long as possible. Suddenly I turn around. I'm old. I
was-
haven't
blessed.
changed, but the world has changed.
How
around
old
me.
were you when we started this podcast? In 2006.
21.
So I was 22. Garrett, you were
Probably like 23, 24.
23, 24. And tomorrow, how old will you be?
Why you gotta
Oh, Garrett's birthday is
why you
tomorrow.
gotta hit me with the why you gotta hit me with the big question right
I'm just-
out the fuck?
We're going to bring it up.
We're only 10 minutes into
We're
the
10
show.
minutes in. by the
Sorry.
way.
I turn the big 40 tomorrow.
Wow.
40
man.
years
At
old.
7:30 in the morning.
I don't remember where I was going with this conversation, but we should talk about this, man. How do you feel?
I guess we should.
How do
now.
you feel? You're going to be over the hill.
That's fun. I remember my parents having like parties. It must have been their birthday parties, but I just remember
Yeah.
going to a family party and there was like black balloons and black roses and all this shit
For
that said
40?
over the hill.
No. 40 is
Yeah.
over the hill.
Oh, that's a 50 thing?
No,
yeah,
no,
it's
no.
50. I
No.
thought. No?
40, the age of 40 is officially you are over the hill. You are no longer.
Well, that's what the menial expected life was.
Yeah.
80.
You
I'd
are
say
no
now it's
longer
like 50.
I'm going 120.
child. You are no longer a young
No.
adult. You are an older adult at
Oh, yeah.
40.
This can't be right.
I
This is
feel
what I mean. This is what it's like for us now. Hey, you 25-year-olds watching, take some notes.
yeah,
Yeah.
We're gonna-
enjoy that.
We're going to run through how quickly your life deteriorates in the next few years.
Enjoy burning the candle at both ends when you're like in your 20s because you can get away with it. Or
You're still burning the candle at both ends.
no. I dabbled with burning the candle at both ends, but then almost
Dude.
entirely through my 30s, I figured out preserve that candle and you'll have a better time.
And that's why you
because I still feel like I'm 25. I mean, you saw how
too.
bad I ate shit on those rollerblades
That's what I was thinking,
last Friday.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine.
Right.
So
I can't imagine my dad at 40 doing what I did, like.
me neither.
Yeah.
I remember my mom
and then
turning 40.
walking away from it and,
So I feel like this is a big generational thing, and I'm sure a lot of people out there watching can relate to this as well.
Yeah.
I don't feel as old as my parents
Yeah.
at this age. I am the same age my mom was when she had me. And I just don't feel mentally like I'm there.
My dad had me young. So my dad turned 40. Oh my God. I have to do math again. I think I was 16 when
the
he
fuck?
turned 40.
Yeah.
Is that
So you
right?
had an older dad.
No, I can't. Well, I think that's right.
So
yeah,
did
that's
he have
right.
you at like 24 or something?
Yeah. So he had me at 20. Yeah, exactly. 24.
Okay.
So I was 16
Actually, that's not bad.
when my dad turned 40. That's fucking crazy.
That's cool. You had a young dad. You
I
had
did.
young
and,
parents.
And that's why I have memories of my dad skateboarding with me, like in a stroller. He's pushing me like on a skateboard and like doing shit like that all the time. I definitely had a young parent.
I think you
And
just
parents.
feel as old as that role you fit into. Like if I would have gone and had 4 kids, I
Right.
bet I would feel like a 40-year-old dad.
I-
But I feel like
Sean
I'm
is
still
over there
watching.
wincing when you say
but I
that.
don't feel.
But that's the thing, because
Yeah.
you get, it's.
But maybe
different
it's
now.
our job.
That's what I think
That's what
too.
it is. If I was like an accountant and I've been doing that for 18 years,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and I have 4 kids,
Totally.
I think I would feel older. But now I'm just still doing the same job I started when I was like a kid, just fucking around.
Oh, I was
We're
thinking about
lucky.
that today.
We have a very, and I say this to people all the time, I'm blessed. We have a stress-free lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we stress about stuff, but I think comparatively, other people out there stress about stuff way worse.
Yeah.
My mom,
Oh, yeah.
2 days ago, showed me a photograph from her best friend in high school. Her best friend in high school's son just got married. This kid is like a year younger than me. And he looks like he's 15 years older than me in these photos.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
never going to see this. So no offense, but he's put on some weight and he's completely bald.
Mm.
And I'm just like, what happened? I feel like I dodged a bullet. I don't know.
Yeah.
It must be this whole Mega64 lifestyle
I
I've
think
been
the
leading.
job, the Mega64 lifestyle, which a big part of that is being in front of cameras.
Okay. Yeah.
I was thinking about this today.
Just being aware of your
Being
looks
aware
for so
of
long.
being aware of like we're gonna be in front of cameras from 18
Yeah.
through our 20s, through our 30s. I think it has made us, subconsciously just take better care of ourselves. Because there's an accountability for like, I don't want to look
I think
like
we
shit
should
on
talk
camera.
about that. Basically, what I've been thinking about coming into this podcast, and Johnny said this to me the other day too, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. I think we're an inspiration for people out there.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I think that everything we're talking about in this conversation kind of touches on the same thing. Where I'm
see
the
that.
same age as my parents were a generation ago, but I don't feel like I'm going down the same path as they are. Like I don't
Yeah.
feel as old as they do. I feel strange to be in my 30s because it feels like I shouldn't be here. I feel like I'm still in my 20s, And-
Yeah. Sometimes I forget that we're older, but
And to have this job, this Mega64 lifestyle, nobody has ever done this.
That's
as far
true.
as I know, like
Yeah, we're really kind of experimenting with how this is
I
going to
don't-
turn out.
I don't know anybody growing up. I don't know anybody where I'd be like, I want to do something like that, like this job. I
because
feel like
it didn't exist, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I do remember kindergarten, our teacher said, most of you will have a job when you're older that doesn't exist. And I thought what is she talking about?
I always think of this story you tell.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, this wasn't even like in a realm of an idea of a job
No.
back then, but this is my job, and it's been this way for this is our 19th year at Mega64?
The closest thing
18
I
or
could
19, yeah,
It's
17,
19
18,
years,
19,
yeah.
something like that.
the closest thing I could think of is like back in the 80s and 90s, it would have been like being in a band.
Yeah.
But we're not musicians, we make video art.
Yeah.
And
Those are our songs.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes we tour, sometimes we go to shows, those are cons.
Yeah.
And it's just like this new emerging format, which was, streaming, live streaming, or just web content, web
Yeah.
video that really, didn't exist. Because I always wanted to play like TV when I was a kid. Me and my friends would be like, put on shows. Like, let's do a radio show or a TV show.
I was talking about this with Johnny, and I don't remember if it was on a podcast or just another one of the MLK streams that we did. But the first E3 that Derek and Rocco and I went to, the games they were showing off were GameCube games. Like, that's
Yikes.
crazy.
That's a good way to date it.
That is now think about that. It's like, I think, it was like Xbox. Was it regular Xbox back
Just
then?
Xbox.
Just
Xbox
regular
and GameCube. Yeah.
Xbox and then
and GameCube and PS2.
and PS2.
Yeah.
Those are the games they were showing off. And it's like, that is, I mean, like the third or fourth year is the one that we like got to sneak back and play the Wii for the
Think
first
about
time.
this. Yeah. We were the first people I knew who had ever seen the Wii.
Yeah.
Because through our connections, through our celebrity as Mega64 and our connections with Nintendo, were able to be escorted to a backstage private viewing
And it was
where they
like-
had this thing in a glass case.
Yeah.
And they're basically like, this is going to be the new system that comes out next year.
Yeah.
Nobody's seen it.
And we were able to play it and like trying to explain it. I got home to like my brother was like, yeah, it's just so crazy now. Like that technology is like ancient.
We've been around
now.
for a long time.
I know.
Definitely.
Totally.
Johnny said the other day to me, like, there are no YouTubers going into their 30s who are still making content and operating a YouTube channel who have been doing it as long as you have. So you guys are kind of, I'm going to put words in your mouth because you didn't say we were blazing a trail. Paving the way, which is the
Johnny.
same as blazing a trail.
That is true. Yeah.
It's like everyone who gets big on YouTube flares up huge and then
Yeah, we
goes
just have
away.
always kind of just ballooned out a little bit more every
Yeah.
time, and it's never really,
We're still going. We're still
But
growing.
just like a
Still
balloon,
thriving.
just like a balloon,
Yeah.
if you blow it up too fast, what's it going to do? It's going to pop. Can't sustain itself. But if you slowly blow on that balloon and get it bigger and bigger, bigger, lasts forever.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful
this is
to think
how
about it.
This is how we sustain it. We keep abreast on emerging, not video, but formats like TikTok. Johnny, you've been putting stuff out on TikTok for us, right?
Thank
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
because I'm
that's
too old
the
to figure
secret
that
to our
shit out.
success.
It's all the apps.
It's TikTok.
That's the next thing. It's
It's the
TikTok.
apps.
What's after TikTok? I hate to ask.
Nothing. I'm just joking. There's more. I'm sure there's
VR
more.
chat. Oh no, they're not going to support NFTs. So
Well,
goodbye VR chat.
so we are an inspiration. We are blazing the trail. If you want to live like us, start taking notes. I think you're out there watching this. You're 25 years old.
Yeah.
You gotta take the Mega64 life plan. We should become self-help gurus, I think.
Like Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
Yeah, is what I'm suggesting. How to look so good when you're in your late 30s. How to still be relevant with the content you make. We're good
Yeah.
at what we do.
Hell yeah.
Dare I say it?
I think
I don't know
so.
what I'm talking about.
And you know what else I have to say?
Mm-hmm.
Theme song.
Yeah, I'm ready. We're back. Anyways, how's everybody doing tonight?
Garrett, what are you doing for your 40th birthday?
You know, as little as possible. In the last like 3 or 4 years, I've toned my birthday down to where I can almost get away with not having it. In the pandemic, I successfully did get away with not having any event
Yeah.
for the last, I think,
Dang,
2
dude.
years. It was awesome.
I'm gonna start planning my 40th birthday now. Mine's
Yeah.
coming up in like 3 years, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna have an extravaganza.
I am going to dinner with my family because
That's
they were like,
fair.
it's 40, you have to do something.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, what?
I'm gonna rent a boat.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're going on a cruise
Oh.
Seafaring, man.
around the bay.
Hell yeah.
3-hour
I love-
cruise.
Yeah, I love those cruises.
A 3-hour cruise.
That would be great.
Yeah, we're going to tour the bay.
There's a lot of Pokestops along that
Oh,
bay.
is there?
Yeah,
Okay,
bring your
cool.
phone.
I will.
That's gonna be fun in 3 years.
Yeah. Garrett, was the birthday that we played laser tag and ate sushi with your family?
I think that was 30.
That was 30, I thought. Yeah. That was a decade ago.
So that was the last okay, let's do something big. Because I think that was the last thing where it was like all my family, all my friends.
Yeah. That's
we played laser
thing,
tag.
If we're talking 25-year-olds, the one thing I'll say is it gets to a point before you know it where you think of things that was a year ago and it was 10 years ago. It's like, how is that possible? Because 15 to 25 is the biggest gap ever. That's like an insane amount of time.
It's a large percentage of your entire life
now,
at that point.
But 25 to 35 is like a flash, and I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, it just goes.
When I was 25, I would think in terms of like days, weeks, and months.
Mm-hmm.
And now I really think in terms of like, I don't know, weeks, months, and years, or maybe even beyond.
Yeah.
I would say like months, years, and a couple of years. I feel like time goes by so much faster now that if I'm only thinking about what I'm going to be doing 2 months from now, that 2 months is going to come up so quick, I'm not going to be ready for it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more like, where am I going to be like 2 years from now? The idea of waiting 2 years back then when I was like 22 or 23 was not doable. Not possible.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
But now it's like 2 years is like a short amount of time.
Yeah, I would totally plan a vacation like a year in advance.
I'm planning my birthday 3 years out.
Yeah. In my 20s though, I'd be like, oh, I'm not buying tickets until like the week
day
of.
of.
Yeah. Also, like, I mean, do you remember being a little kid and like waiting for your birthday and it's like that month before it was like, every day was like torture?
Well, that's the other thing too, is like, I remember wanting stuff for my birthday and for Christmas. I've had to like fight off my mom basically with the present thing when it comes to my birthday and Christmas. Cause like I got everything I need. And I'm embarrassed to be like, Mom, buy me this anime Blu-ray box set. You know what I mean? Like the only things I would want from like a wish list or anything, like I don't want to receive it.
Now you're living
I don't want to get as
lifestyle.
gifts. So I've like had to fight people all the time telling me, oh, don't give me anything. Don't give me anything.
Yeah.
It's this
'Cause
weird thing. Like I wish the stuff that I can't get myself, I'm not asking my parents for.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yo, buy me a Porsche. That's what I want.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
Give me a fucking Sea-Doo. Why don't you?
Yeah. That's true.
But maybe like a Sea-Doo experience, like 2 tickets to ride a Sea-Doo would
That'd be fun.
be fun. I think instead of like a physical gift,
An experience.
we're getting to the age where we need experiences.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, it's
tickets to do
wine
something.
tastings.
Yeah.
And
Not wine tasting. You wouldn't want to
beer.
do that, Garrett.
Well, not me, but maybe Derek wants to go wine tasting.
Fuck no. Fuck that. I cannot believe that you said that.
I don't know.
I used to do that back in the day.
Yeah?
Wine tasting.
Before
Because all
the
my
Christmas
friends wanted to
cast?
do it. So we'd go wine tasting and I wouldn't know what I was doing. So they coined a term called Shawning it. Because I would just take the wine and it's like a cup of and I would just drink the whole thing and put it down and the person would be like,
What you're saying is exactly why I despise wine culture. It's so elite.
yeah, I didn't fit in.
Snooty.
Yeah.
I hate it.
What's it? All these bands, they make fucking wine.
What are you talking about? What
There's
bands
like
make wine?
Pussifer wine. Isn't there like a Foo Fighters wine?
What? Is there? I know Snoop Dogg has a wine.
Everyone
actually.
makes a booze or a beer or a wine.
Why don't? Well, wait. Before we knock it, we should try that. We should make a wine.
Mega64 wine?
Yeah.
We did tea. Remember, that didn't work out so well.
Did we do tea?
Well, someone did tea.
They
and-
made tea for us. We didn't do tea.
Fucking wine.
I think that if
We're doing wine, you have to drink a bottle of it.
Okay, here's the deal. And I'll get this on camera.
Okay.
Jenny, if you're listening to this, don't listen to this part because you're not going to be happy. If we make a wine, I will do a stream where I drink a bottle of that wine.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
I will have a
Holy
bottle
shit.
of Mega
That
64
we
wine
sell.
made within 60 days.
No
into this
way.
episode.
No way.
I'm on it now.
No.
By the way, that reminds me, and I wish Rocco was here, and don't worry, I will bring this up again next week when he is back.
Yeah.
Bug Stunt Part 2.
Yes.
The people have spoken.
What did they say? I don't know.
The polls have been closed. Overwhelming response. The public is in favor of Bug Stunt Part 2.
Okay.
The debate has actually turned into, can Bug Stunt 2 top Bug Stunt 1?
I think it
God,
can.
yeah.
And can I have a great idea.
Okay.
But I don't know if we should say it here because I don't know if it's a safe space.
Let's
get it
I think
out.
Rocco could review the tapes.
He will.
But I have a couple
might be
awesome
locked in.
ideas on how to get this bug stunt and it's going to be awesome.
Hey,
it's going to be a good
I
one.
can speculate, and I hope Rocco is watching the tapes. I'm thinking we get a live tarantula and set it free on this podcast set without telling Rocco.
Okay. Yeah.
Or maybe we just get all kinds of live bugs. Oh, we'll put them in a box. And we'll put them with the PO packaging.
Oh my God.
And we'll
it up.
put Rocco's
label it to
name
Rocco.
on it, and he'll open it up.
Oh my God.
Flying out
Yes.
into his face.
It's got to be moths. The flying
He doesn't like
ones?
flying things.
No, he does not.
Or any kind of bug, actually.
We'll
really.
get mealworms and centipedes and moths and spiders and
millipedes even freak me out. That's fucking
millipedes and cockroaches,
earwigs,
Madagascar hissing
Hill bugs.
roaches.
We'll put bed bugs in his bed.
worms.
That's a bug stunt.
Is a worm a bug?
See, people kept saying,
so.
like, how do you top Bug Stunt 1? Bug Stunt 1 was so pitiful.
Yeah,
I
that
know.
was-
Hey, let me remind people, the stunt failed. He didn't even see the bug before he started acting all weird.
What is it? What is it?
Yeah, I just
What
went,
is it?
Oh, what is that? And he got up and left and was upset. So, I mean, first of all, if we even get the stunt to work, it's a success.
True.
Let alone making it a real bug. There's so much we could do.
We could do a lot with
It
it.
could go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited though. I'll tell you what.
I like the real bug idea, Derek. I think you're onto something with
Me
that.
too.
if
I like the
whatever.
real bug
Now
idea.
here's the thing though, and
But maybe that's the trilogy, you know?
yeah,
Maybe
I also
we
feel
gotta
like
work
he's
up
gonna.
to it.
If it's a real bug, he'll like kill it, and that would make me sad.
Well-
that's not. I'm not here for that. you
Well,
know?
I do think that the bug gets to a certain size where he will not be able to confront it.
that's true.
If we go too far, too, he will just stop. He won't come to the building anymore.
okay, we'll lose him.
I know.
Oh.
We
But
could
as
lose
this
him.
show
We do risk
proves,
going
we can
too
do a
far.
podcast without Rocco.
We
You
do
know, we
risk going
can't.
too far.
Because yeah, we'd have another show like this.
Yeah,
You'd be
and we'll recapping how we lost our friend.
Yeah.
bummed.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to figure out a way so he doesn't quit the show.
Make
Okay.
sure he trusts
It's a
us
fun
afterwards.
bug stunt,
Yeah, we'll
not
keep
a
it
mean
fun.
one.
We'll keep it fun. We'll have a nice ending.
Okay.
We're
It's
going to
all-
brainstorm.
It's all okay if you have a nice ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a scary bug, but now I'll let you talk about Power Rangers to me or Evangelion again
Mm-hmm.
if you want.
Yeah.
I'll listen
Here's
to
a
you.
scary bug. Now tell me the endings of all the movies you saw this week.
Yeah. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Go right ahead.
I'll allow it.
No.
I know you just watched some anime that I could give half a fuck about.
Promare?
but- What?
Oh,
He
I
just
think-
watched an anime movie.
Yeah, it was very
at,
emotional, I heard.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what it even
How do
is.
you
I
guys
don't-
know what Rocco's watching?
He posts
Bro.
about it.
How do you
Wait,
know
no.
this stuff?
I have the answer to this.
Okay.
We've gone over this before. I don't think you're in his Instagram stories.
He doesn't. Oh, do you follow him on Instagram, Derek?
I think this
I
is.
don't think he
we've-
follows
I
her.
think you don't follow him, and we've touched on this before.
I follow Rocco.
Oh, see, he does follow him.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, maybe you don't look at his
Is
stories.
he posting in his stories?
Yeah,
about
his
what he's been
stories.
watching?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Usually. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where I saw
Yeah.
that. What's it called, Johnny? Is it Promare?
What?
Bell. Oh, I'm
Bell.
thinking of another one.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It was in theaters. I wanted to go see it, but I didn't get a chance.
How did you even know? I don't know how you even know about these movies. Like Bell.
Well,
was
I'm
pl-
a anime fan,
Yeah,
so
I
like
guess
I'm
that's
on.
not in my wheelhouse. Huh?
I'm on Twitter. I'm getting updates.
Yeah.
I'm getting my friend Rocco. He tells me about good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, Rocco, here's a scary bug. Now let me hear about Bell. That seems reasonable.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll do it.
give him a chance.
Yeah. Did you see the trailer for the new Halo show?
Is it a show?
Yeah, it's a streaming show on Paramount Plus.
Okay,
It's not a movie.
not a movie.
No. I watched the trailer only because we do a video game podcast and I thought that's something that I should be doing. I watched it and thought this
Same.
looks like a very high budget fan movie. It like
Didn't they do Halo fan films already?
Well, there
like
was
a decade ago.
Who was the guy that did like the prawn movie?
the Prawn movie.
The fucking
But Neil Blomkamp?
yeah, Neil
Yeah.
Blomkamp. He was set to direct a bunch of shorts, or he did as like a concept for a movie. But
Yeah.
I always thought like if they made a movie, it would go to him. But
Yeah.
Because those concept shorts were fun, but they didn't have a lot of story to them.
Like it's The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Oh, yay.
Where it's like a character wearing a mask the whole time.
Yes. It doesn't sound like regular Master Chief too, which is weird. It's a different voice actor.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not attached to the Halo universe in the way that I'm attached to the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
I don't think I care.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't really care to watch Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett because I know that I'm so close to Star Wars personally that I kind of just reject all that stuff. I get mad when I see it.
Yeah.
I know I have an attitude where I'm like, that's not my Star Wars. I don't want to watch that. You're fucking up what I like. You know, I'm one of those people, self-admittedly. But I don't think I would feel that way about Halo. I don't think you have a personal protective thing about Halo, you know? I feel like do whatever you want. I don't care.
I'm with you. I don't care.
It seems from the trailer like it was more the story from the first game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so fucking removed from, I mean, how long ago was that?
I mean, that was like 2001.
I'm liking the story of the new one. I'm playing the new one. But the stories of 4 and 3, all of them are so fractured. Like, I can barely remember the story for the first one. So, yeah, whatever the show is, go for it. But do I want to
That's the thing is
sit down and watch it every week?
Like, I just don't. I mean, maybe if I do watch it, it'll be only before the show, like for doing this podcast. But otherwise, I don't care at all.
If reviews are good, I'll probably check it out.
I just don't think Halo has enough heart, honestly, to sustain not being a video game. Do you know what I mean?
I do know exactly what you mean.
Totally.
Halo, cool, video game. Give me as many things to shoot and give me a ton of puzzles to solve. Awesome.
Right.
But if I'm not shooting that and solving puzzles, am I just going to sit down and watch it?
Well, I mean, that's the same thing with like Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, it's like enough of a story to get you through. Even like I'm playing Ocarina of Time right now. Yeah. And I have an update about this for the record.
Okay.
I'll get back to that.
This is one of my favorite games of all time. I'm eager to.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're going to talk shit on it. So let's
Maybe
go.
I will. We'll find out.
Let's get into it.
We'll finish
I'll defend it.
I'll finish the point in 1 second though. But it's with Zelda, it's like we don't need a Zelda movie because what is it going to be? This guy going to different kind of temples? Like who cares? Like that.
Starring Chris Pratt.
Honestly, I disagree.
Okay.
I think that the Zelda, I personally feel, and maybe it's because I've played Zelda throughout my entire life.
Yeah.
And maybe I am a Zelda fanboy and don't realize it. But I think that there's enough of a story there. I think that there's a framework and then you could fill in the gaps and make it interesting.
Sure.
I think that Zelda incorporates elements of a child and spending your whole life being told you're going to be this hero and you have to live up to that. And I feel like you can make a really interesting movie about that.
Maybe. Maybe. It's, you know, Link never talks as well, which if he talked to the movie, that'd be weird. I don't know.
No, dude, Chris Pratt's going to do like an awesome voice for him.
Stop.
It's going to be sick, dude.
So playing Ocarina of Time right now, this again, Derek, like you, was on my list of like, it's my favorite game. I love this game, like means so much to me. Then I played Breath of the Wild. I'm like, this is my favorite Zelda game. I guess this is my favorite. Breath of the Wild is my favorite game. Ocarina of Time is still great though.
Your games can change as time goes on.
Totally. I felt weird picking a new game though. That kind of felt like a weird thing to do, but it is what it is. Playing this game, I do not understand how I fucking beat this game
as a kid.
Oh,
wow.
It is so fucking hard and confusing, and you don't know where you're supposed to go. And if it wasn't for like Beckett looking up online tutorials, I'd be like, what is it? Oh, if you want to go there, you have to go talk to this guy at the bottom of this pool, and then he'll give you a scale. Then we have to go to a lake we've never been to yet, and then we have to drive down. It's like, how did I know how to do any of this as a kid? I really don't know. I guess I had the strategy guide. I must have had that because otherwise,
you didn't talk to friends at school?
What's that?
You didn't like go to school the next day and be like,
I probably did, but I don't know, man. Like the game itself, like I see, it's fun. It's fun, but it's like it really isn't as intuitive as games are now, where it leads you away. It leads you to places to go. And this is like kind of the first like open world-ish type game where you could really go anywhere at any point. And, you know, like it wasn't A to B.
Think of the original Zelda though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true.
You could go anywhere.
That's
in that map. There's nothing unlocked or nothing locked off from you.
Just go do it.
I like that I think games have definitely changed and become more linear. Even in an open world game, it's clear the quest you need to go on
and where you need to go.
Yeah, it's good. Like, oh, you could go here, but it's going to be tough. You want to train and level up and go there later.
Right.
But Ocarina of Time, I think, is a throwback to an era of games where it was, like what you're saying, word of mouth and almost like living a fantasy adventure.
Yeah.
Like you climb this mountain and inside there's a monster, but you're going to need an enchanted trinket to defeat him. So go to the lake and talk to the fairies and give them the grass from this plains. And it all,
Sure. It's just a lot of it is I have found like, even like when I know what to do is I could go to this one Gorgon and then play this song. Like, okay. So play the song and it's like, it's not working. And then Beckett's like, oh, you have to stand on the carpet right in front of him or else it doesn't work. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
I hate it.
A lot of weird shit like that.
Hitbox shit.
I will say, I've had so much trouble playing this game too on the Pro Controller. I did not make him do this, but Rocco gave me the N64 controller that was on his office floor.
I wish he was here to take credit for it.
Well,
that's legitimately nice.
It was really nice.
Wow. Good guy, Rocco.
I truly, same on the podcast, I said, you don't have to do that. You don't have to.
Proud
and he
of
was like,
Rocco.
hey, I'm not using this. I just thought it was cool. I was going to display it. He's like, honestly, if they go back on sale, maybe buy me one and then I'll put on my thing. But you need it. I didn't need it. It's just a thing, a decoration for me.
Is it way better to play with that?
It is night and day.
Holy shit.
So much easier to play with this. The old controller, it's not nice to hold it. And I love what they did with it because they made it have a rumble pack in the same way that it, like, they could have made the whole controller rumble like they do with the Joy-Cons now. But they only have the back part and like rumble like the old days. So it feels like holding a rumble pack from back in the 90s.
Nice.
It's really, really cool. So, and it's wireless, obviously, but that's still a nice thing to hold that controller and have it be wireless. So
the Nintendo site, you got to be a member, and they're still sold out of the Genesis, the Super Nintendo, and that N64.
Yeah, which is like insane to me. Like, make these available. They're great.
Yeah. I just got and opened this weekend the NES for a second chance. They made another batch of. Did anyone get those NES Switch Joy-Cons?
I think Rocco did, honestly.
Rocco did, I know. I missed out on those the first round, but they were on sale again. And I just opened them and started playing all those NES games again.
Yeah.
I forgot how much fun NES, just a straight up marathon of NES games.
I think if you, because they released the NES Classic.
Yeah.
I hacked it. I put 600 games on it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And absolutely, there are, in the whole collection of NES games, 600 or something games, at least 25 of them are all-time classics. You could play them today, and they would be great. Like, you would kill a couple of hours. Like, the NHL hockey game, I think, River City Ransom, Dodgeball on the NES. There's a couple others. I like the old Mega Man games and stuff like that.
I got sucked
What have you been
into
playing?
Whatever this, I don't know what the name of it is, but it's something newer. The cool thing about the Switch one, at first I was like, this kind of sucks. Like, you're curating the NES games every month that I get to play.
Yeah.
But they keep it fresh and the cream rises to the top, baby. The good stuff is what they're putting on there. So there's this racing boat. I think it's I don't know, some high-speed boat racing game.
Okay.
But it's so simple, yet in between rounds, you can fix your damage or buy speed boosts and turbos and different engines and stuff. And you win money as you keep progressing. And it's got interesting control scheme where each race is a combination of isometric, top down, kind of you're watching a boat race. And then sometimes it's Rad Racer, where you're behind the boat and it's racing away from the screen.
This on the NES?
This is on the NES. And every other level, it'll switch between do you start isometric first or you go rear view first? And I never had played this before.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I played it for an hour and a half last night, just sitting on the couch with having the real controller in your hands again too is a lot.
Yeah. And that's what I found with this as well, where it's I'm playing this game and now it feels like I'm playing the game again. Before I was trying to figure out how to use the Pro Controller with it and it just was not intuitive and was not good.
Yeah.
And now it's oh, I remember this. And I'm honestly I couldn't get the hook shot to work or the bow and arrow and any of this to work. And now it's like back to my old ways, and I'm good again. So I only played with the new controller one time before this podcast. But I think I'm excited, and it was nice that Rocco gave it to me. So thank you, Rocco. You're never gonna see this, but thank you.
Good guy, Rocco.
Good guy, Rocco. It was a Eliminator boat duel.
Oh,
it's
Shouts
one
out.
of the newer. It's up at the top of the Switch.
Oh, yeah.
NES collection.
Well, if you're going to be playing Ocarina of Time, you're going to need a strategy guide. If you're going through life, you need a strategy guide. We are your strategy guide. If you're watching this, you're probably 25 years old wondering, how am I going to make it to 35 and still be as cool
That's right.
as Mega64?
Yeah.
Well, the number one thing you can do is go to shop.mega64.com and pick yourself up some sweet merch.
That's
We
true.
have some of the best merchandise on the entire internet. That's right. The internet's big, and we're at the top of the pile.
Often imitated, never replicated.
Yes,
True.
including our new 64-hour special. You can only get this for 64 hours, the version 4.1 shirt.
Yeah. You
Look
saw
at
the
that.
movie, you loved it, and you thought, I wish I had a shirt of this. Bam, baby. There it is.
By the way, yes, this is a good time to remind you that version 4.1 Revegerection is out and available right now for free on YouTube, a feature-length movie that we had spent 5 years producing. It felt like it was never going to come out. It came out 1 month ago. It's doing great. It's doing Iron Man numbers.
Talk about that 5 years flying by.
To your point, Derek, I'm glad we didn't age like people that we knew, because if 5 years, I mean, you can kind of tell a little bit that we've aged in between takes. Like one scene we filmed like in the beginning, like it's like we filmed like 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And then the scene right after that, it's me again. And I'm like, oh, I was 5 years younger here. But you can't really tell. But
Hey, you know what? I couldn't even tell.
there you go.
Yeah, it was mostly just my haircuts kept changing.
Yeah. And
over
my
the
beard
course of
got a little
5
grayer.
years.
But besides that, it's all good.
I still look great. Go to shop.mega64.com, pick up the version 4.1 shirt. Go to Mega64 on YouTube and watch version 4.1. Watch it again.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Leave a comment.
Yes. And we have a special sponsored. We already mentioned Crappy Castles at the top of the show, but Crappy Castles is so good. You're probably going to get worked up when you're watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, this is a good podcast. And now I'm feeling pent up.
You're going to need the way to release all that energy.
How do you do
to-
that? I'm afraid to ask.
Need to
You're
stay home
probably
from the
gonna want to
podcast.
visit our other sponsor,
Wow.
Tenga, baby. That's right. Our sponsor is Tenga.
Yeah,
and if
right.
you don't know what Tenga is, I don't know what to tell you.
You
Uh,
know.
You know.
You
know.
know what it is.
I also want to go on the record. I don't think Tenga sponsors any other podcast.
No, I think we are
We are the
breaching new
one and
ground.
only because we expressed our love to Tenga and they said, you know what? We love you back. And we love you so much.
Love
Here's
me,
a
Tenga.
gift package for you.
I
So much Tenga products.
feel okay. I'm going to be honest. And Tenga, you're getting more than you bargained for this one.
Okay.
I don't feel this way about any other company that makes this kind of product.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like Tenga is cool. And I feel like I get a kick out of talking about Tenga. Everybody laughs about Tenga.
Yeah.
It's
You know, I
classy too.
It's a little classy. It's
is.
kind of part of internet culture. I'm
Yeah.
happy to be sponsored
You know
by
what
Tenga.
it is? I
There's
think-
no, you know,
I'm proud.
no
They don't-
reservations. That's what I'll
They
say.
don't need to be gross about it. They do have a hat that says masturbate better, but that's what they're just selling you. You
Yeah.
know, that's their lifestyle. But they don't need anything gross. Whereas, other companies, I don't know what they're up to. Tenga, they're classy.
You know
Classy.
what? We've been promoting Tenga for a while. I'm going to say try it out. And when you're on the Tenga website, use that discount code Mega64 and get your Tenga products for just a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm going to say it. Think about us while you're using it.
That's true. Yeah. I wouldn't knock that. Yeah, you go ahead.
Go right ahead.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
Glad I could get those sponsorships in
I
there.
think you nailed that.
Thank you.
That was a
what-
great read.
What else you guys been playing this week or watching?
Shoot. I started watching the show Fringe. You guys watch that?
Oh my God. You were talking about this earlier
Spy
this week.
shows.
And you sounded depressed when you were talking about it.
it's a thing. Here's the thing. It's Michael Giacchino and J.J. Abrams, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. And it's like around the same time as Lost. I'm like, this is gonna be
Yeah.
good. We're not that far into it. We're 6 episodes in. I'm just not all
Wasn't
the way
it canceled
sure.
after the first season?
What's that?
Wasn't it canceled after one season?
No, there's like 5 or 6 seasons of
Oh,
this.
really?
Yeah.
Is this the one with Pacey from Dawson's
yes,
Creek?
Yes.
Oh, Eric the actor had a
Eric the
guest.
actor is going to be on the show, which
had a
was the
guest
reason
appearance.
why I wanted to watch it. No, I already have seen a scene, to be real.
Was it good?
Is he good?
Yeah.
His fucking head explodes, bro.
I think he's good. I
they
think he
blow
did
his
pretty
fucking
good.
head up.
Yeah.
Who does he play?
He plays a homeless man in a subway station, and they go and talk to him, and then he starts like trying to talk, but he can't, which works out because he was
That's real life.
Yeah, real life. And then his head explodes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Didn't
They
he
gotta
talk
figure
about
out
this
why.
on Howard Stern? He
Oh.
hated it.
what's that?
Didn't he hate having his head blow up?
He didn't know they were going to do that. He says he didn't know until they got to the set.
That's a
and
smart
he wasn't
production
happy
team.
about it.
They didn't tell him until he
But
got
I
there.
think he did like it until all the fans kept drawing artwork and stuff, and sending things of his head exploded.
Yeah.
He didn't like that.
he did not.
Anyways,
That's vor. He's
so
not
watching
into that.
Fringe. I'm not all the way sure if I'm like into it yet, or it's interesting enough that I'll keep watching and we'll see where it goes.
Okay.
You know, when I watched Only Murders in the Building, that's like, hey, I love this show. You should
burned
watch
through
this
it.
show.
Really?
Yeah, you should watch that show. Whereas this is like, I'm not going to recommend this to people yet. Maybe I will later.
Is
You know.
Only Murderers in the Building an improv comedy show?
No, it's only Murders in the Building, actually, which is confusing.
Okay.
And it is Martin Short, Steve Martin, and Selena Gomez. And
It's about a podcast.
it's
here.
about
see,
it's about a true crime podcast.
Okay.
And they are fans of one. There's someone dies in their building, and then they like, we're gonna do our own podcast trying to solve this crime. And that's what it is. But then they start getting like threatening notes, and people start getting poisoned, and it's like a whole thing. And like it's really good, actually.
Okay.
It's funny. It's
Nice.
got good writing.
Yeah, it's great. So, anyways,
Is it getting a season 2? Because
Yeah.
I've only seen season 1.
yes, it is.
Okay.
It's getting season 2. So
Very cool.
yeah, I think it's funny. I have been watching a lot more shows lately, but most of it's like the feel good. Great British Baking Show is a show that I'm really into. Like, you know, it's like there's no consequence.
Right.
That's like
With Prue and Doc Hollywood or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And
that's like the joy of painting to me. You know,
Yes.
it's like a modern day show for when you're sick.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know,
You know,
That's a
yeah,
good one.
but
It-
it's just
it feel
pleasant.
better.
It's just nice. You know, I don't know. I'm just into that. Ted Lasso is a show that I recommend if you're looking for a show. This is just nice.
Nice.
I'm enjoying this.
It's nice.
I haven't been watching anything, but I've been reading this book that I cannot recommend to anybody because it is the most fucking vile, repugnant book
Wow.
Okay.
I've ever read in my life. I wanted to read a horror book,
Mhm.
and I got reviews for this book, said it was fucking scary.
Wow.
I'm scarred
What the fuck?
from what I read.
I want to
What
read
in the
this.
This
world?
literally, okay, I told Joy, my girlfriend, I was like, I can't recommend this book to anybody on earth except Garrett.
Really?
Because, and I know, and I told her, I was like, which sucks because I know Garrett won't read anything longer than a stop sign.
I know. It's a predicament.
But this is the most fucked up book. I didn't, all right, so I bought the book.
What's
and
fucked up about it?
So
Like,
I bought the book and it was pretty scary premise. I told Shawn kind of the premise about it, which is this girl who's obsessed with horror podcasts starts a pen pal relationship with a serial killer, and she starts doing visits with him, and he basically tells her like, I like you, so I want you to do this thing for me. I want you to go to this remote cabin that I have in the middle of the woods. Nobody knows it's there. The police didn't even know about it. I want you to go there and I want you to find a key. And then I want you to take the key further up the river and there's a guy there and I want you to give the key to him. And that's kind of the premise. And she just goes out in the woods to do this. And
Bad idea. I wouldn't do
yeah,
that.
like that just starts like a regular. And then I'm reading the back of the book and it's like they're talking about the author's like a master in extreme brutal horror. And I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
no.
that sounds like something I'm not into.
Yeah. And I guess, oh my God, this book falls into the genre of splatterpunk.
What?
Which-
the what's
I didn't know what the fuck I was
What's
reading.
splatter?
I didn't know what I was getting. I don't even know how to explain.
Why is everything got to be punk?
I don't know why everything is punk, but man, this is just some fucked up. I mean, I just felt like I read some fucked up internet.
Does a lot
shit.
of bad stuff happen to this girl when she goes to give the key to the guy in the woods?
bad
like
stuff
that?
happens and like bad sexual stuff happens?
That's what I imagine.
And all these taboos. Like, hey, I'm just gonna say every bad and fucked up sexual taboo
Sounds like Serbian
you
film.
could ever imagine is in this. It was just fucked up, man.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I finished it.
It doesn't sound good, dude.
Literally, like the final chapter
Holy
left me
shit.
with such a sour.
Oh no!
I just closed the book and I was like, I just feel like I'm gonna have. I just feel like I'm gonna throw up or something.
Oh my
God, this just sucks. So
no. Well, do you want to give the name out, or do you not even
He
do
can't
that?
recommend it to
I
anyone.
don't know if I feel comfortable, honestly, recommending. I honestly don't feel comfortable recommending this book.
It's called Agony
I'm
in
gonna tell
Pink.
you some things. I will recommend it, but here's the thing too. I was reading it and it was so heinous. I thought to myself, I don't even want to recommend this because I don't want people to know that I read
it.
I read this shit.
Yeah, sure.
Because it was so fucked up.
But that's the kind
Yeah.
of thing where it's like you didn't know what you're really walking into. Like no one's gonna blame you.
But I
for
kept reading it.
Well, because you
I
got
finished
curious.
the book and it's fucked up.
Yeah, fair enough. There was a
Should I talk about what the topics are?
I
as like a
I can
trigger
imagine.
warning?
I can imagine.
I
think we
kind
got
of
it.
imagine.
All right, I'm gonna say really bad sex stuff.
Yeah.
really bad murder stuff.
Oh, no.
And honestly, I watched a few months ago. I talked about how I watched the Night Stalker documentary on
Oh,
Netflix,
yeah,
and
yeah.
how that documentary scared me
Mm-hmm.
because I was like locking my doors at night after watching it, and I felt like some of the backstory from that
Ooh.
documentary found its way into this book because I was reading stuff like, oh, this reminds me of the Night Stalker kind of story.
Old
So
Richard Ramirez.
yeah, so it was like on that level.
Okay.
Mm.
All right,
Damn. Well, are you gonna?
I'll reveal the name of the book.
We got
Okay,
it.
but again,
We've teased it.
clarify.
I didn't
He
write
does
this
not
shit.
recommend you read this book.
Yeah.
And however you feel after read the book, don't look at him. Don't blame him.
Yeah.
I'm not recommending this book, but I read this book. And if you want to read this book, you can, but I don't recommend it because it'll fuck you up. And it's a bad book.
Okay.
And it's called
Gone with the Wind.
Close.
Oh wow.
I'm going to say the name of the book. The name of the book is Coming.
Coming?
No. I'm about to say it.
oh.
If you want to know the name of the book, this is it.
Okay. Okay.
It's called Gone to See the Riverman.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
Gone to see the Riverman.
Interesting title. I'm not gonna read that
Who
one.
wrote it?
I'm probably gonna pass up on that one.
I don't remember who wrote it.
Okay. Some sick
Some
pervert.
guy.
I remember the guy who wrote Fight Club. What's his name? Chuck
Palahniuk.
Yeah.
He wrote some short story that I remember on the internet, someone saying like, oh yeah, he read this short story out at some like reading and like Barnes and Noble, and people started like throwing up and like blacking out because the story they had read. And I remember,
Yeah, I remember that
that.
story. This book made me feel similar to that.
Yeah. And I remember at the time thinking, that's stupid. What are you saying? And then I read that story and I remember being like, I felt like I was gonna barf. I felt terrible after that.
Yeah.
Some authors can really paint a picture in the worst possible way. And that is,
Yeah, it puts you in the mindset and the mind space of just like
It's
feeling
hypnotism.
bad. Yeah, a little bit.
oh yeah, because you're just reading it. And yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I've been reading nice things.
Okay. You've been reading though.
Yeah, what?
Well, let me clarify.
Okay.
I've been
Twitter.
watching anime with subtitles. So that is
Oh, okay,
technically,
okay.
that's reading, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Johnny, no? I mean, it's not
When
dubbed.
I was in high school, if you watched a movie with subtitles, my English teacher would give you reading credit.
That is
So,
fucking
no way.
awesome.
That was a good teacher.
That was.
yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I've been watching very lighthearted. I went back and I was watching like a lot of old anime that I had on like DVD. And a lot of it was like, wow, this sucked. Like I guess this was all that was out back then, but like this was not good. And then I wanted to just kind of like change it up. And I watched this slice of life anime that was streaming called Daikashi Kashi.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's about slice of life, like romantic comedy. So it's about like this family. It's not even a family. It's like a dad and a son, and they own like a little snack shop in like a little like seaside town in Japan. And the whole show's premise is like teaching you about the different types of these snack foods that are like famous. That's what Daikashi is. We've got them here on the podcast from the P.O. box. Someone will send a thing where it's like, you know, those really big like Cheetos that have like
Yes.
flavor dust all over them?
Yeah.
That's a daikashi.
Oh.
It's like a cheap snack that kids buy.
Okay.
This whole show, like the whole first season I finished today, actually. Each episode would like showcase like 3 like famous like snack foods in Japan. And it was stuff like, oh, I've seen ramyun, like the drink with the little marble in the top.
Right, yes.
Like it was like popular shit like that. But then they'd go in on this whole thing about like some shit I've never heard before, you know? So it's interesting and it's just, it's full of references to old anime. And like there was like Ava references, Fist of the North Star. I like when comedy anime does that, when they'll reference other famous anime.
This is a new thing?
It's like 2016, I think, and then the season 2 was 2018.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's that's like not my thing, like slice of life shows. But I don't know. It's like a very it's got sexual humor in it, which I think is what draws me in. That's what keeps me.
I could see that with you. Yeah.
Well, anime always does that. It's like kids on, they're high school kids. They're like a little nervous, a little shy, and then like,
Go ahead.
The girl's caught in the rain and her t-shirt gets wet. And then, oh my God, he can see through, the way they animate like opaque shirt with like.
This seems.
But he gets a nosebleed, and it's funny. And I laugh.
But
yeah.
I don't get it.
I would recommend Daikashi Kashi, but it's got me like craving all that fucking snack food that we used to get.
Snack food, thank God.
Nothing else.
Yeah, we have fun here.
These kids are in fucking high school. Right?
I'm aware. Break. Which is why anyone animating high school boobs is weird. Am I crazy? That's
dude,
weird.
You watched Saved by the Bell? Kelly Kapowski had it fucking going on. And you didn't hear me complaining.
Okay. I don't follow your logic all the way, but I'll let you have it. It's your birthday tomorrow.
I'm just saying, different cultures are different. Don't shit on them.
I'm not shitting on anyone, Garrett.
Okay, all right.
That's not what I'm doing. Dear Lord. Well,
sometimes I'm glad I'm not on camera. Just for certain conversations.
Just for certain ones. Yeah.
I would watch. Well, I did watch Only Murders in the Building. I was gonna say like we should trade shows. Like you could watch Daikashi Kashi.
I'm not gonna watch that. No.
You learn about all the snack foods.
It's okay. I started watching Cowboy Bebop a while ago. And then
the live action one?
No, just the animated one.
Did any of us even see a frame?
Hell no.
Of the live action one? I think we all steered clear of like, I saw that trailer.
I felt
I'm good.
Like, I think a lot of people rejected that show out the gate.
Oh yeah. Before it was even out, they hated it.
But I honestly feel like that show wasn't for us. I got the impression that show was for a younger generation who had never seen the anime.
Yeah.
And was never going to see the anime,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like they were banking on you having never seen the anime.
Yeah.
That
was made for a different person.
But then at the same time, it just fell into a weird spot because it's like, well, only people who have seen the anime are interested in this, but then they're all disappointed with the product. So it is what it is.
I did watch the first episode now that I remember.
What'd you think?
No, I did watch the second one.
You watched the second one.
Yeah, I went, that's...
Well, what was your review of it? Like, what was it like? I didn't see it, so...
It was really trying to be as close to the show as they could get, which made it look very, like, cosplayery. And the humor was... Like, Rocco talked about, like, the level of humor that was so, like...
What is it with humor?
It just wasn't my type of humor. It was too in your face and silly.
Why is nobody funny? Can we talk about the real issue in Hollywood and entertainment at large?
Yeah.
Why is nobody funny?
I think
what's going on
I think there are funny people.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of times studios or whatever have a hand in it, and the people at top aren't funny. But every single person on the planet thinks they are funny. And that's where we come into problems because they think they have all the power and say, oh, no, you should do this, 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 and this. But they don't fucking know. And they're not funny, And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Not one person says, yeah, I'm just not funny. Everyone thinks they're the funny one, but they're not.
The person who says they're not funny is probably the funniest person.
And that's why I always say I'm not funny, just so I can,
Oh, is that your move?
Yeah. That's
your go-to move.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I always go, never said I was funny. That's what I say.
I just feel like everybody's always
It's
being clever and
forced.
saying all this stupid, hokey shit instead of just, I don't know,
when like
flying off the cuff.
when something's rehearsed and like written and then like painstakingly like gone after in a sketch show or like, because I'm thinking like SNL
Yeah.
or like a late night talk show, something like that type of format. It's just so sucked of what maybe the premise was funny. It's just like so refined and made
also
for
sometimes the
network
premise
television.
is funny, and then they say, "Okay, this bit's be 7 minutes long." It's like, we can make that funny for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
and then it's like they still have to milk it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, can I tell you guys, jumping topics? I yelled at someone yesterday. Can I talk about that?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Do you mind? Do you guys mind?
you yelled at somebody?
I did.
What
I
did
did.
you
Well,
yell
a stranger?
A stranger.
A human being
Yeah.
out in the
I
world.
did, and I wasn't even prepared to do it. I wasn't
Whoa.
like riled up. It just happened
with
in the
passion.
moment.
Dude, have you ever yelled at someone out?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I've yelled at people.
I'm trying to think. Like,
Everybody here has a story of me yelling at somebody. I'm sure.
I can't remember the last time I yelled at a person.
It had nothing to do with me. I inserted myself into a situation where I didn't need to, and I surprised myself. But I was walking into Costco yesterday with Lennon, just me and her,
Okay.
and we're walking in. I show the guy my card, and then the guy right next to me shows his card, and the guy's like, "Oh, so you gotta wear a mask." Yeah, I wear a mask here. And then it was a guy, I don't know, older boomer, I'm just gonna say, you know, and just exactly.
Hey, careful, dude. I turned 40 tomorrow.
You're never gonna be a boomer, Garrett. You don't turn into a. Okay.
Is that not how it works?
No, you were born. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll explain it to you later.
You'll always be.
Anyways, this guy, just the way he said this pissed me off, and I don't know what it was, but he just went,
scared.
"I don't want to wear a mask," like that, just like that. And I just went, "Wow, what a baby!" And then
shit.
Oh, fuck,
and
dude.
then I took Lennon and we just walked away. And she's like, "Why'd you say that?" I'm like, "I don't." He was being a baby. He was being a fucking baby.
Oh, even Lennon
Lennon
checked
was
you
like,
though.
Whoa. But it was seriously like, I don't want to wear a mask. Like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Oh my God. Anyways, so
You said the right thing though. Like, why'd you say that to that guy? Well, he was being a baby.
he was being a fucking baby, and I had to let him know that he's being a fucking baby. Like, yeah, I get it. No one wants to wear a mask. Just fuck off. Like, I don't know. That guy pissed me off, and I really was, after I walked away, like, I kind of had, like, my heart would start racing. Like, why did I say that? Like, it didn't
Adrenaline's up.
involve me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, that was my
Dude,
story.
one time, that happened to me one time when I was leaving the old studio.
Yeah.
I was going to get a burger at In-N-Out.
Yeah.
And it's late, and I saw a guy crawling underneath cars in the parking lot. Like underneath, like he like popped up and then he went down and crawled up underneath a car. And then like right at that moment, I saw that. I'm like, whoa, that's weird. What the fuck is going on? I'm at the stop sign now with a cop car.
Yeah.
He's going to get his In-N-Out.
Right.
And his window's down and my window's down. And I'm just like, hey, there's a guy who just like crawled under a bunch of cars over there. I don't know if like you're here because someone called this in or something, but I don't know if he's stealing something. I don't know. Just there's a guy over there. And the cop looked super confused. Like, okay. And then I drove away and I was like, what am I, fucking snitch? Like, and my heart's beating all crazy.
Shit, dude.
And I'm like, yo, why?
You broke the rule.
This is like, when were we in the old, this is like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. You were 30.
Yeah. But I remember having that thought and my heart was racing. I'm like, did that guy hear me call him out and point him out or whatever? And I was like, yeah, why did I get involved? Like, why did I have the sudden urge to be like, hey, there's a guy there?
I don't know. Sometimes you just jump in and you kind of think about it later. Like, what did I do?
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Because the cop looked at me like, dude, I'm going to get dinner. Like, I don't fucking.
God damn it.
So
Another crime.
Yeah.
yesterday, again,
Let him have the catalytic converter. I don't give a shit.
I was at a YMCA because my girls were doing swim lessons.
Yeah.
And they were getting changed. Jenny was helping them. And I'm just standing there like waiting for them to, take a shower or whatever. And there was a woman, a really old lady, who like couldn't get her locker open. Like I can't get it stuck. And then this other lady comes and starts helping her. And the woman was like in her towel, but she's freezing. She's like shaking. Oh. And then the other woman's like, hey, how about you go take a shower and warm up and whatever and stay in the warm water. I will get this open for you. And that way you don't freeze while you're waiting for you to get your clothes or whatever. And so I'm just standing like, okay, this lady's handling it, I guess. But then she's like, I gotta get help, but I can't leave this woman here who's like, she can't lock the door. Oh. So like the woman's like, I don't want someone to walk in. And she's like, I'll guard the door for you. And so then I just walked over. I'm like, can I help you? And then she goes, do you work here? And I'm like, no, but I see that you're clearly like dealing with something here. I'm just willing to jump in. You want me to go to the front desk and get someone and whatever? And she's like, no, I got it. And it's like, oh. Sorry. And so I was like slink back to my corner, like embarrassed kind of, but I just thought like, well, do you need help? Like, I don't know. But then I don't know. I feel like
you're
an
a
idiot.
man. They're like, get out of here.
Maybe. I just was willing to go to the front and say like, hey, this woman needs help. She's helping an old lady. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but I feel like an idiot. Man, yesterday was a bad day for me.
No good deed goes unpunished.
It's true. That's the classic Shawn though, Derek. It's the just trying to be a nice guy.
I was
you should have told her that. Just trying to be a nice guy.
I wasn't like, no, because I felt stupid, honestly. I felt like an idiot, even though I was just trying to help. And just like, I don't know what I don't know.
I felt that same way. I know what you mean.
Whatever. And
that's when you should have yelled at her, wham, what a baby.
Oh, I can't open my locker. I'm
cold. You got it. You're fine.
You're helping an old lady out. Wham.
You didn't have a good time then. Last time I yelled at somebody was in line at a coffee store. I'm not going to say it was Starbucks, but it was. They have 2 entrances in the parking lot.
Yeah.
The drive-through is over here at this entrance, right? But the cars line up so much that it's actually better to come in this entrance and just get in line.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was driving to the Starbucks and I saw that there was a line in it so I was like, all right, I'll go to the far entrance and get in line. And driving around the Starbucks to get in line, this is actually, maybe I'm the asshole here.
Okay. I'll let you know.
I'm embarrassed suddenly to continue the story.
Okay.
Because I just realized I'm probably not going to come out of this story looking very good.
Okay.
But I'll continue anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're all flawed. I narked on some fucking dude.
So the line like moved and I got into line. And as it was all coming together, another car just pulled into the close driveway.
Ooh.
And we came together to a head.
Right.
Here's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, I know the whole situation.
Right.
I saw the line and I saw that I had to go around and get in there. And I go to the Starbucks every day and it's always a line every single day.
Right.
But this guy didn't see me driving around the Starbucks.
Sure.
So he pulled in. In his mind, he got there before me.
Right. Yes, but he did not.
But in my mind, I got there before him.
Because you went the correct way and he did cuts.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's okay. I hear you.
Yeah.
So when it comes to when the car in front of us moves, I move in front of him. And the dude rolls down his window and I can hear him shouting at me through my closed window like, oh, you're going to direct traffic. Yeah, okay. Oh, Mr. Traffic. And I roll down my window and, oh, you're directing traffic, huh? And I just didn't even hesitate, fired right back. You know there's a line here. You know everybody here gets in line. I don't know what you're trying to pull over there. And the guy's like, oh, yeah. You just tell me where I'm supposed to go. And I'm like, you're behind me, bro. And we're just shouting back and forth in the Starbucks line. And eventually he just starts shouting, have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Oh, I love that move.
You go ahead. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. And I'm just like, okay, I will.
I will. That's so.
Was I the asshole? Was I the asshole there?
I don't know.
I definitely am sitting in the Starbucks line now, like shaking, like,
Yeah.
Should I buy this motherfucker's drink?
No,
behind me?
absolutely not.
I was literally
That'd
thinking,
be funny, though.
Should I make amends? Should I tell him, hey, I want to pay
Yeah.
for the fucking drink behind me? I didn't, but I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because I was so worked up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I didn't want to leave
That
it
would
on that.
be really confusing for him because you had an
I
argument.
thought it'd be the ultimate mind fuck.
It would be.
I don't want this drama. I'll bury the house. Just pay for the guy's drink that I just yelled at.
you'd
I
get
didn't
more
do it,
upset.
but I wish I would have.
Yeah.
That would have been so like,
'Cause he had
that
been-
fucking asshole in front of me. Oh, he paid for my drink.
Fuck.
Fuck him.
Fuck that. Fuck.
Now I can't even be fucking mad at him. Fuck him.
Yeah,
That would
exactly.
have been the ultimate.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that would have been good.
Yeah. I don't know if you're the asshole. 'Cause
If I'm wrong in the situation, I get
I
it.
see where you're both coming from because he didn't know you were there first and you just cut him now.
He started yelling out his window first.
That's
though.
true.
He's the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he thought I cut him.
I hate being cut. I truly hate being cut.
I do too, and I've had that happen at said coffee shop before.
But it's every day. I mean, you drive around and you get in line.
Yeah.
Anybody who goes to this shop knows that's the etiquette. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's protocol. Anyways.
I started doing this thing when people get mad at me or like assuming I always just do peace at them. I don't know what that is, but they always tone it like, okay. Like it's always like a lame. They don't know what to do with it. So they just like let it go. So I recommend just throwing a peace
love,
sign out the
peace
window
and
next
love.
time.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good end to
I
this
think
podcast.
that's a great
We've
end.
been going a good amount of time.
yeah, we're not
Thanks for
going to
watching,
yell
everybody.
at you.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. This is the last time you will see Garrett Hunter in his 30s. This is the last time you'll see
Yeah.
that. So really
But
soak it in.
not much will change. I'll tell you right now.
Okay. If you look different, if you,
know
shave your head next week, I'm gonna be shocked.
Oh,
You know what they
wow,
say?
that would be a whole thing. What's that?
Life starts at 40.
I'm ready to get this life started then. Let's go.
Get it revved up.
Yeah.
That was the warm up. That was a pre-show.
Yeah, basically, it's a tutorial.
Yeah. Now you got it.
Open the world map, baby.
Okay.
I'm here.
Well, okay. Thank you for watching, everyone.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Good night.